Oh, yeah. All right, then. So, got a little correction. If we could even call it that, just a tiny little retrace. But, if you're watching the 5-minute candle, it would probably stop your heart. So, no worries. Everything is good from what we could see. So, the buying that we got in the last 2 hours really saved this candle. Let's be totally honest about that, because it was looking very not good, right? So shooting star, such as this guy right here, is a potential sign of reversal for, if it's at the top of an uptrend, right? You would look for a reversal play afterwards if you were just going by candles. So when the price was down here, right, and down here, and we had a giant wick, it was very shooting starish. But the bulls have returned, if only temporarily. It's fine. It looks like they're not going to let this candle close disgustingly terrible, sitting at 12,891. Which is okay. So on the lower time frames, there was a little flag or pennant situation going on there, but broke to the north side. So all is well. Oliver, ain't that a 618 fib rejection? It is. Yes. Yes. See, there's a dude who pays attention. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. For sure. So let's break out the thing here. Blah, 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 ba-da, ba-da, ba. All right. Let's see. R618 is right here at 13,488. All right. We were able to creep it up to, I think it was 13,800, right? 13,868. So, not perfect, but, close enough to call it a rejection for sure. Yeah. So we see a few things here, right? When we talk about fibs, and don't get me going, because I'll talk about fibs all night. All right, the 382, right? Well, let's start back at the 236, right? The 236 was super important. So crushing the 236 is what we did, but look at what happened when we did it. All right, here's that 236 right here, just underneath this yellow line, right? We crept up, we smashed it. Not really smashed it. We attempted it on the daily and failed. Pushed back, got resistance for an entire day, right? 24 hours, right? Tried again, failed, tested lower, right? Regained, and then we smashed it. Okay, so now we're cool. Now the 382, right here, 95.32. So what happens at 95.32? Just before we push up, we stop. We hesitate, we break down. Again, another 24 hours, right? Failed, stalled out, hung for a minute, waited a day, and then we pushed it. Now, when we pushed it, look right here. We stopped right here on that day. But we already tested it once. So we're straight. Next day, propelled right through it. All is well. Now, the 5. Now, the 5 is not an actual fib, but we use it for trading, right? Because it's 50% of, a price that we're looking at. And that's super important, right? So the 5, right? Same deal, but to less of an extent, right? We came up, we tested once. We're close. Came up again, tested again, right? So fail. And then the next day was slow, moved further to the downside. So call this hesitation. And then we smash. Okay. Very good. Now, 618. What are we looking at here? 13,488. Now, the 618, in my opinion, this is the strongest fib. All right? Just not only by association, the golden ratio, the 1,618. Everything's 618. Everything is derived from 618. for whatever reason in the world, right? 61.8% is what we use in trading because of the golden ratio, because of the Fibonacci sequence, because, the relationship with numbers. The 618 comes up repeatedly, or I should say the golden ratio, the 1.618 comes up repeatedly, right? So the 618, we've ingrained that into trading and it works, right? So in my opinion, the 618 is the strongest of all fibs. So what do? We come up. This is the daily, right? We come up and we failed. That's exactly what this shows right here. Right, we came up, we tested, we failed. All right. If we push up a little bit more and close it out in the next minute and 52 seconds, which we're already at 12.9, so it's like we went up $100 in the last, minute or two, then at least it'll look a little bit more significant. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like we came up, we tested, we failed, but we closed right on top of it. That would be more impressive. But that would also be more in line with the 382, the 5, and the 618. Now, we just talked about the 236, the 382, the 5, right? What happened at each one? They tested first, failed, came back, hesitated for a day or two, and then continued the trend. So this is fine, right? As far as the trading that we had today, now look where that 618 in confluence, right, with the 3618, ridiculous. And that 3618 is from this pullback right here, right? This high and this low before parabola. So that being said, stopping out, in this ballpark, in this general vicinity of the 618 is totally cool. If we get a day or two like this, a little sideways action, that'll give the alt a chance to kind of move for a little while. I wouldn't expect this to just shove itself all the way back up, although it sort of green lights up ahead until we get to the 786. Now, the 709 is not a fib, just to be clear, but I use it, and it's fantastic. All right, a very, very, very good trader pointed out the 706, 709 area for crypto seems to have some confluence, with a lot of retracements, really, or pullbacks, I should say, not retracements, but retracements as well. Anyway, so all that being said, here we are right now. We just closed the candle out. Let's talk about it. Opened up at 11,754, hit a high of 13,868, a low all the way down to 11,350, closed it out at 12,927. So all things considered, right? It's $1,171 gain plus 9.97%. Fantastic. All right, very good. So, Oliver, yes, ain't that 620? Yes. Jan, hi from Stockholm. Well, hello, Jan from Stockholm. Marcos, hello. Bought some of the Matic blood today. Nice. Very nice. Heart Scout, yo, what up? Heart Scout, what is that? Oh, you got there's someone doing cartwheels. All right, crazy. 114 for a fib. I don't use a 1. I use a 141. Is that what you're saying? 141 extension? Yeah, extensions 127, 114, 141, 1618. Those are all good extensions. I use 16, 26, 36, 42, 82, 12.7, and a 9.6. Strange. I'm going to show you that one day. 19.6 actually. Yes. Good morning, Snow. Good morning. Decred. Decred's actually one of my favorite projects. Decred USDT, please. Evening, beautiful. All right, take it easy. Jeez. Holy mackerel. You can't even talk. You can't even tell a story anymore. Snow's just yelling. What? What are we looking at? We're looking at massive rejection and a huge spike. Is this what you wanted to show me? This is your idea of you got to cut me off in the midst of my morning brief? Jeez. Unbelievable. Look, there's nothing to see here. It's cool. It shot up. It got rejected. That's whatever. Ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal. Pulled back to the 382. That's great. That is great. Yeah, I don't know why you're yelling at me. That was not very nice. So let's see. It pulled back 13%. All right. I mean, for the daily, what do we got here for the daily? 21%. All right, it's cool. It's cool. You gonna explain yourself? Is there more to this that I'm not seeing here? I'm just excited today. Gee, thanks. Oh boy, everything looks so appealing. Totally, I want to be a bag holder. I wasn't yelling. You're yelling as far as I'm concerned. All right, so let's see. Scout is saying 0.114. Let's use that in practice. Let's use it right here. What the hell am I doing? So let's take our Fibonacci, and let's do that, right? And let's add a 0.114. 0.114. Okay. Not a negative. There you go. Happy days. All right, a 0.114. 11%. Well, I guess we're not going to get anything out of that one. Jeez Louise. All right, let's use it on something a little bit more substantial here. Here we go. Dynamite. All right, so let's see how it reacted on a retrace. A retrace. 114. So what we're looking for is the 11% measurement on the way back up. So, all right. I mean, it juiced it right here. Killed it. Smash. And then pushed up a little higher. Didn't quite hit the 236. All right. I'll have to play around with it. Thank you, Scout. Always looking to learn 100%. All right. I want to be a bag holder. Wasn't yelling. I made money. Decent area for entry. Oh, you're saying for continuation. Is that what we're talking about here? Okay. So why don't we take a look at Decred? I don't know if I want to look at it on Bittrex though. Let's see. Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather do the calculated one to get a little bit more history here. Decred's been around for a while, right? Tether has not. So, if you're gonna chart something for the real and you're gonna put it to the dollar, right, try to find a calculated one. It'll help you. Okay, so Decred. So Decred, I met these people. A bunch of smart dudes. Tell you that much. Good project, good people. Not that that's like impossible to find, but the time I met him, it was. All right. Tends to be an area of interest. Awesome. Anytime. Nah. All good, man. You'll see. Yeah, send me some notes. Wall Banger likes the numbers. All right, so what's our high? What is our high? 172.88 and a bunch of junk. So we're just going to call it 172.88 to make life easier. Oh, what am I doing? I want to drag this over. I want to actually see what's going on here. All right, so yeah, this looks pretty good. What do we got? 172.88. All right, so Decred, rock and roll. All right. This is the weekly, by the way, so take it easy. I'm very well aware that it is the weekly. I just want to see what's shaking. All right, so from our low to our high, we did have a pretty dramatic pull. I want to see if that's the 8-8. Maybe. I should probably save the 8-8 on here one day. But until I do, I'll just punch it in. All right, so 886. No, lower than the 8-8. All right, so very interesting level to find support on. $14 for whatever reason. $14 was the win. It's not even. I realize it's not even like a. It's not even. Well, you kind of. All right, so it's not even. No, I mean All right, so if we want to get super creative, we could do this. And it's close. It's kind of your swing low before your high of the first major leg, right? We'll call this a leg. And then it came back for a larger correction. I'd be more convinced if this actually came down to here, right? Then I'm cool with it. Otherwise, this is that level. I don't like it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, so it don't really matter. All right. What we could do is we could take a look at this move here, our last big move. All right. And push back the other way. Do like a -1 on that. Let's see. We got a -1. Oh, it's the other way. Mata. No, I ain't got nothing. Huh, that's wild. I want to know where that level came from. Jeez. All right, well, anyway, we're not going to waste too much time on it. So here we are. Very nice. Good move up. Solid. Little consolidation. Push back up for a higher high. That's good. Didn't quite give it all back. Gave a lot back, but not too much. At the end of the day, what did we give back here? Down to the 886. All right, so I guess it's pretty familiar with those. The deep dive, right? Push back up again. Just barely made a higher high. Came back down for a swing fail. Swing fail brought it down over here. This is again on the weekly, so bear with me here. All right, so that swing fail is not going to do anything for us. It's exhausted. Secondary fail is exhausted. Third fail is the only thing that's going to give us something, and it does kind of give us a little bit of a channel here. Nothing too crazy, but something sort of like, well, we'll just call it that for now. All right, so something like this. Not a perfect channel, but it's something. All right, so a bit of a broadening wedge. We're going to get rid of that for now because we don't need this lower leg. And now we have what is our crossover, right? So that's what we're trying to look at here. And then we're going to take a look at this trend. And we'll probably have to put a second one up there just to get the actual trend going. So right now, on the global side, back to the 786, okay? Support was found on the 8-8, brought it back up, pushed to the 7-8, all right? So 7-8. Now this is on the global side, right? So from our low to our high, right? We're taking a look at this pullback. We're just calling that a major pullback. So this major pullback has pulled back to the 786. Not at the 1 yet. If we're back at the 1, then we're looking at big time stuff, right? So now if we cross-reference that with our high to our low, right? I know. This is when things get freaky. All right, so what we want to take a look at is confluence in numbers, right? So what do we say? From high to low, we're always looking to get back that 2-3, right? That's always like, that's a big deal. For me, it's a big deal. All right. And 2-3 is right here, although it's hidden from this, but trust me, it's right there. All right, so here's your 2-3-6. So if we had confluence, then I would feel better about that. But there is no real confluence here. We're just in between fibs, right? The 3-8-2 don't really line up to nothing. 6-1-8, don't really line up to nothing. 786, not really. The 886, it's about the only thing that lines up, and it lines up to Scouts 114. Interesting enough. All right, so we're going to get rid of this, right? Now we're going to take another one, right? And we're going to chart this out. So again, this is on the weekly, so take it easy. Low, high, high, low. This is the first major pullback in this sequence, right? So once we do this, we're looking for targets. Drop it in, put the targets up, and now this is what we're looking at for this move, right? We want to be able to hit the 1618, bang, right here, perfect. Came down a little bit more. The 2618, next stop shop, that's exactly where we topped out. That's perfect. 2618 in confluence, kind of like a false break over here during the way down. And then the 4-2 doesn't really do much either. Maybe this low candle right here, but really not much. So, I'm not going to dive too deep into that. All right. So now that we're here, let's finally get onto the daily and get an idea of what this thing is actually doing so that we can diagnose it properly. All right. So let's get some trends on here. As far as trends are concerned, we talk about this all the time, but it's like, don't beat yourself up over it. Just give yourself something that looks right. You know what I'm saying? Adjust as necessary, but you don't want to overthink it either. All right, so bit of a cup and handle over here as well. Looks like we stopped out right here, so that's actually pretty good. And then it looks like we got a decent pullback from there. So if we just chart out our cup and handle, right, we're looking at this, and we're saying that, I guess, from the high side, right, we're going to have to call that the high side, right? So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get our little cup and handle thingamabob out here. All right, so cup and handle over here. What I highlight is the 382 and the 618, right? Because this is shallow, this is deep. Anything in the middle is a mid retrace, which is pullback, which is what we got right here. I keep on screwing that up. So you have this bowl, right? If you don't see it, then I'll draw it for you. But it is, I swear, it's just a bowl. There's nothing super creative about it. Bang, just like that. All right, there's your freaking bowl. All right, and if you need a handle because you're, that kind of person who's like, I can't see it, somebody send me a handle, then, I'll give you a handle. Okay, here, there's your handle. All right, you want a purple? Too bad. All right, so cup, handle, right? We got a 50% pullback on that, and then a push up. So now, cup and handles are very easy, right? Why is this wrong? What? No. Wow. Yeah, it is. What the hell? So these are super easy, right? Just throw in -1 on here. -1. All right, and then you could get your target, right? So it's just really the bottom of the cup to the top of the cup, right? It's not like a Head and Shoulders where you call it a neckline, but it's essentially the same thing. And once you break that level, your first target, or your only target on a cup and handle, would be the 1, right? Because you want to go a full 1. Now, the other way to do it is to just measure from the bottom of the cup to the top of the cup, right? Take that and then just drag it up, to the top of the cup, right? And it should, I don't know why it's not the same, but it should be a 1 to 1. Where did I put the top of the fib? Right there. Okay. Yeah, 1 to 1. All right, so that's what you're looking for. This will net you 28%. Now, is D. Craig going to do it? We got to get some more information. Let's see how things are looking, right? All right, MFI is on the high side, but what do we got here? It's good. It is just creeped higher than our last time we entered that zone, so that's cool. Scribble fest over here. All right, RSI straight up, MACD straight up. Things are looking good. All right, everything's cool there. Divergence on the low. No, lows are good. Highs are good. Everything's fine. All right, cool. We're good. So if you're going to play a pattern, right, that would be the pattern I would play. Now, look for confluence with your target. Does it line up to anything else, right? Does this target line up to anything? Well, you already cleared the 2.6. Your 3.6 is your next target, your next immediate target, right? And this is below the 3.6. So I would still target your 3.6. Maybe take a little bit of profit over here for the people that don't look at things like this. Now, why? What's going on here? Oh, because I was on the weekly. Jeez. You know what? I forgot you can't do that. Cannot. You have to recalculate everything. All right, so here we go. All right, so now, all right, so your 3.6 now is below. All right, so that being said, right, take some profits at the 3.6 and maybe front run that just at a 3.6, call it a day, right? Just be out of the trade. If you want to continue, you push for the 4.2. All right. So that would be the next big move here. Now, some of these levels might make a little bit more sense, right? That 4.23 was your swing fail before your all-time low. So that is an important level. It does make sense. This is smart. Throw that on there and be done with it, right? That's target area. Down here would be target area, right? Just somewhere in this zone. It doesn't have to be the low, but the low does make more sense. The low is kind of currently where we're trading right now. We sort of threw it right through the cup and handle. Came back today, right? And retested it. Yeah. All right. So good. All is well on here. Volume's good. Things are good. That's actually good volume for the cup and handle, right? Start high, break low, push up. So all of this is good. Decred, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There you go, Snow. There you go. All right. I'm talking softly. BCHABC USD, ETH USD, please. And what? Headphones? What the hell? Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Wallbanger. BCHABCUSDT. And the entire alphabet is taken care of, all in one coin. All right, so what do we got going on over here? Nothing. Sorry. All right, analysis is over. Congratulations, shortest TA ever. No, we're fine. We're fine. The swing fail right here, right? We needed to push up above it. We got it, right? Clearly, we made a new higher high, but then we pulled it all back. So then this became the level of interest. We pushed back down. Very good. We got our retest, but then we failed and failed and failed. And yesterday we passed. All right. Passed the test. Now today we're just finding support on it again, and it's ready to rock and roll. Next target, BCH is going to have to beat this fail right here. 557, ladies and gentlemen. 557. Bitcoin's at 13.3 right now. Just a little update. Just a heads up there, everybody. Bitcoin's at 13.3. All right. So this is all good. Everything's fine. Volume's still good. Above average. Obviously today's got to play out, but the way this has been trending and the way, the top 10 coins have been trending, they hesitate when Bitcoin makes big moves to the upside. Then they sort of lag a little bit behind. And then when it's dumpster fire time, they go a little bit above and beyond, right? They really feel the pain. This is really not bad, all things considered, for the drop we had on Bitcoin, and to just show up with a spinning top. That's great. It's good. Everything's fine here. We're still well within our rising wedge. All is well. ETH. USDT. All right, so Ethereum. Oh, we finally broke it. Guys, this is great. Now, look, I take a bunch of crap from a lot of people, and it's totally unnecessary. But I like extended trends that look like they make no sense in the future. I just do. All right. So get over it. Anyway, I really like this level. I like it on Bitcoin. I like it on Ethereum. I like it on the majors, right? We all made the same move, right? It was basically a symmetrical triangle at the end, or, in the midst of a downtrend. But we had three very distinct higher lows before your all-time low, or before your yearly all-time low. And that, to me, I like, because when we come back to it, I think it makes sense to pause and reflect. And that's exactly what we did. Look at this. Look at this. That's this red line right here. So, trading came up yesterday, smash. All was looking good until Bitcoin said, yeah, no. Where did we stop? Right on our line. Almost like a back test with the retest support, right? Nice. And here we are. Today we have opened on our support line from our high before our low. And we found support on it so far, and we are pushing up. So next level, of course, you have to beat your previous daily close. So we got to take care of, or not our daily close, our daily high. So we got to take care of 366.80. That's numero uno. And then we have a buy box from like whatever, a long time ago. This buy box represents our 372 historical, our 2618 from this pullback breakthrough out of range, right? 26 historical and a 236 global, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 236 from your high right here. So from the high to the low, 236, the all important 236. So that being said, think about it. Don't take too long, because we don't want to stop the show because you're thinking. But the 236, right? We have already passed in Bitcoin, right? We're on the 618 for the Bitcoin for the corn. Now we're just getting to the 2.3, right, on Ethereum. So think about how far behind this actually is, right? We got to clear the 2, the 3, the 5, and get to the 6 and smash our head on it just to be in line with where Bitcoin is. And the 618 on Ethereum is $921 a coin. Got it? Awesome. All right, I've got 408 as resistance, but think it's going to bust through it on ETH. 408. Okay, let us take a little poke over here. 408. Oh, this guy right here? Probably, right? Let's see. What is the low? 404. 408. This guy? 428. Oh, are you just making up numbers? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Let's just do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And this. And then this. And then this. 408. All right. And because somebody likes numbers, wall banger resistance line. Okay. All right. Well, you're on now. Okay. So I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy with your 408. I don't even know where you got it from. You're just really just making up numbers. Like you didn't like mine? I mean, jeez. What the hell? Not good enough for you? Unbelievable. You know, it's like you can't make anybody happy. Freaking 236 is 402 and wallbanger 408, man. Unbelievable. Anyway, this smaller box is our target zone for profit targets based off of this play down yonder. All right. So very good. Everything does seem to be, in line. We're cool. 389 is when I'm going to start making a move here. And then sort of eye it up, creep it down, maybe take a look at some lower time frames and get a better idea on how we're looking. If we're going to smash the 2-3, then I'll ride for the 3-6. I have a feeling that we will take profits at the 2-3 or the 2-6, at least in this general zone. If that's the case, I would really like to see this. I think this would be good. I have no problem with that. In fact, the way things are moving these days, why don't we just move that a little closer? So if we could do this, then I'm on board. I'm all for it. All right. That to me would be fantastic. And then the next overall large play is 3-6, getting up to $600. Remember when ETH was at $600? Remember when ETH was at $1,300? Whoa. I know. Crazy. All right, very good. Yes, it's estimated. Wall banger. I can't do it. Not gonna do it. All right, might as well show you what I was looking at here. Okay, so EOS got hammered. All right, so I've been looking at EOS for a while, because I needed a long play. Something I didn't have to really watch. I could just kind of set it up, take a look at it, and just sort of let the world do it for me. It's very relaxing, you know what I mean? So I don't have to look at this all that often. But EOS is making moves, okay? This, again, my favorite trend line. All right, but the channel is really what got me on this one. This is a great channel. Very well respected. So when you're looking at channels, you're looking for respect to the downside in concert with the upside. So a low, a high, a low, a high. Now this is mid, right? That median line does get respected, right? Push low, but we don't go all the way low, right? We end up getting double resistance and a pushback off the median line, and then we push up for another high. And come back down low again, but this time now we're getting away from our overall channel and we're gravitating towards our median line. So again, this is great. This is just bullish, right? It just means that the angle is changing in your favor. It's becoming more, not that this is parabolic by any stretch, but it's becoming more of an angled slope as opposed to a long play, right? It's happening faster. So now you're leaning away from the channel. You push up, right? Again, another high. Push back down again, right here, resistance on the median line, and then you swing back over again, resistance on the median line. You push back down low, you got support over at the 50, push back up again, the median line, and now this, right? So the next play is to be to the upside, right? That's what we're looking for. The global 236 was already surpassed. The global 382 is right where we're at, right? We pushed it, we hit the 5, came back for a pullback, right? But stayed within our channel. Now, the big drop, right? The mega drop from Bitcoin earlier today kept us within our channel. How cool is that, right? So now this green line is you have to adjust for trends as the market gives you new data. So because this trend wasn't working anymore, because we've sloped up, right? We've crunched or compressed our price action to be on the more so above the median as opposed to down below the median. We had to make a new trend. So here we go. Here's a new trend line. Clearly broke earlier today, so it is what it is. But this play is still very much, in action. Today so far, we got some selling, right? After this big push back up. But that's a good bite, right? So we got hammered, not by the coin's fault, but whatever. And we regained 11%. So 11% already, that's fantastic, right? And again, this is just one of those like, whatever, it'll do what it's going to do, right? Next target area is 618, right? In concert, right, with our parallel channel, which looked good back here to get to the 618. But now, not so much, right? 618 is going to happen, down here if we extend the line out. And unless we get like this today, then it's not going to line up, which is okay. It's fine. See how it lined up right here? It's like perfect, right? You smash the channel head, right? And the 5 at the same time. You're not going to be able to do that here, which is, whatever. It's okay. I would have liked to because I like when things line up, but it is what it is. So what was going to happen is on the way up, we'll probably take a little beating right here, a little resistance, push up, flip, and then get our channel back. And if it takes super long, then we'll be either at the 706 or the 786, which is fine too. Now that red line, you see what the red line is? Yeah, that's my line all the way back before the drop. All right. So expect to find some support, resistance, or flip activity right on that line, and we did, and that's fantastic. And now we have to break past that line on the way up. All right, so that's EOS. Very good. Very good, very good, very good. 408 and 53 cents. Freaking guy. I tell you. Nothing but craziness. All right, what else was I looking at earlier today? Okay, a few things here. NIO, yeah. So NIO has been making moves for quite some time. It got stuck with the whole Bitcoin sell-off thing all the way down here and has since regained everything that it lost and pushed back into 20. Next target area on here, I believe, was 22. That's the long term. Don't look at that guy just yet. I think we were looking at somewhere around 22, somewhere in this ballpark. But NIO is doing things. Okay, so what else we got here? ADA. So Cardano was also trying to do things, and then it gave it all back. So it did have a couple really good candles. This guy, for example, earlier in the morning, and these two back to back, and then we gave it all back. So it was kind of like, it is what it is. Now it looks like it wants to come back and retest that trend line, but we do have buying coming in now. This was all the buyback we needed, right, to break out of this mega, right? Yeah. Sometimes you gotta zoom out for a second. All right, so yeah, we had a mega pattern. We pushed up, broke it, retest, passed it, came up, swing fail, dropped down, retest, and broke through the swing fail and the retest, propelled up, and had a pretty significant gain, at least for ADA. It doesn't move like all the other coins. So, about 10 or so percent, which is pretty good. Now it's looking to do it again, which doesn't make any sense. So this candle was the Bitcoin drop candle, and now it has tried to regain it. Right? It's getting there. It's close. All right. EOS we just talked about, so no reason to talk about that again. And Link. Okay, so Link over here. Again, a nice big long wedge pattern that we can just kind of look at for a while and be like, ooh, it's great. Link had back-to-back crazy news. It had Google, and then it had Oracle, and then it had Coinbase, right? So it was just like news after news after news. Unfortunately, Bitcoin ruined the party right here. It did buy itself all the way back, and now it's struggling to get back to where it was earlier in the day. So earlier in the day, it was like, I think it was 250. Let's see the high here. Yeah, the high was exactly 250, which is freaking fantastic. But unable to keep it. Bitcoin, blah, 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 ruined the party, and here we are, right? So now we're hanging, waiting for this thing to do what it's going to do. Chances are it'll come back either to this semi-median line and find support again before pushing up. Or it's going to work its way all the way back down to trend down here and then make another get-go for the push-up. All right? Cool. Wallbanger got to run. You're very right. You're welcome. Hector, Link. Hey, I just looked at Link. Do you want like a more in-depth link? Link? Okay. Take it easy. All right, so on the big scale, Link's been pretty good, generally speaking, right? It has performed nicely. It has had lots of news, which helps, for sure. All right? That being said, it's not always super easy to find levels on something that, doesn't have history like this guy. All right? But we do what we can, right? So with our extensions, that's where we got our 16263642, and we're hitting them. So we're cool. So we hit the 42 today. So that's cool. I missed that one. That was the Coinbase news today, right here. All right. Yesterday was the Oracle news, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I think it was this. That's got to be it. This was the Google partnership news. All right. So just lots of good news. Lots of gaining, but we do have days where we pull back, right? So this is healthy. That's what you like to see. That head and shoulders, or the inverse head and shoulders, was certainly more prominent on the 1 hour chart, which is right here. I think that's what I charted on. I'm not entirely sure. It is not the prettiest by any stretch, but it did pan out. All right, so you got left shoulder, break, push up, south for the head, break, push up, right shoulder, break, and then we started pushing up, right? So this is all we needed to get, in order to qualify it. We did, and then this was our target area right here, and it was really not that long after, a couple hours, and then bang. Target acquired, which is top of this parallel channel. Right, so a decision had to be made, right? Are you going to break channel, right? Or are you going to go right up to the 3.6? And it did. It went right to the 3.6, got it, slammed it back, tried to retest structure over here, just barely nabbed it, right? Struggled for a little bit, and then ended up pushing back up and said, you know what? I'm breaching that channel again. I'm doing my own thing. Got the 4.2 and called it a day. All right. So now we have to sort of reassess the situation, right? 4.2 is not that 4.2 is trend exhaustion, but it's time. You hit the 4.2 and it's time to figure out what the next move is, right? It would not be out of trading, whatever. I don't know what word I'm looking for. But it wouldn't shock me at all if we came back down a bottom channel. All right. It's sort of like a breach and a breach, right? Even though the second breach was higher than the first breach, you would think you're going to push up and continue. So that 4.2 was our 2.6 from an earlier move. So 3.6 is still in play. If we are going to do that, I'd like to see a push up above, come down, retest 4.2, and give us new support. All right. If you can't do that, then at least flip your channel and make channel support. All right. And that's fine. You can ride the top of the channel all day long. At the end of the day, it's just a trend line. So it's no big deal. So you push that. That's fine. Then you breach up for the 3.6. If not, I would expect you come back down. Right. And ride out this channel until, again, the channel is invalidated. But right now, the channel is still valid. Okay. Yes. Did I check EOS? I did earlier. Yes. Oh, you got to go with HC? Oh, man. Anytime someone says they got a good one, I'm pulling up the other freaking whatchamacallit. Hypercash? All right. Oh, okay. This is your good one? Oh, boy, Hector. Oh, jeez. Hector! Well, I mean, okay. I mean, holy crap, right? I mean, that's awesome. It's awesome. All right. I know. Snow's laughing because it's like you could sense my disappointment when I look at this chart. Okay. Not even a year of history. You're killing me, Hector. Killing me. And why is this a good one? Because of this? This is like, okay. I get it. I get it. You got a 42% move to the upside, and it's like it's on everybody's radar. I got you. 57% over here. And what happened? Gave it all back. You gave it all back. All of it. What happened here? Gave it all back. What happened here? Gave it all back. What happened here? Ooh, you did make two more candles that ended up being a swing fail and lower than your original spike. What happened here? Push. What happened here? Gave it all back. So, you can tell I'm not impressed. The next move is you had support, you flipped it to resistance, it's been resistance, it's still resistance, you need to flip it and make it support again. That's all. I mean, that's the move. So it's kind of like, wake me up when it happens. Here's a level of consideration to come back and find support. There's your level to beat. Here's your swing fail. Just to give you an idea, okay, of what we did here. Resistance all the way across the board. Good push. Break. Double bottom. Push back up. First pullback. Push back up. Another pullback. Push back up. Resistance. Hesitation. Flip. Retest. Okay, that's what I like to see. So that retest is great. So all that being said, right, we got another push up, down, swing fail, push up, down, push up again, swing fail again, failed it, broke it, hesitation, push, and then you got your big push, and now your clear resistance, right? You still look like you're well within this particular trend. So let's say we just like threw one of these guys up here, and we're like, all right, that's generically our trend, right? Even though you can't like sustain that slope, it's sort of at that point is what it is, right? So we could take this, but it might already be exhausted. Whoa, what the hell's going on here? Thank you. All right, so we'll take our high side, low side. Yeah, so we hit our 1, we hit our 2, we hit our 3, we hit our 4. But look, please tell me you see that. Look at the 3-6 confluence right here. Look at the 4-2 confluence right here. All right, I put these, you saw it here first. I put these on the chart before I laid the targets. Confluence 3-6, 4-2. That is freaking awesome. That is awesome. So levels hit. Levels work. That's the level to beat. Right here. Stopped out. That's your level to come back. Find support. You didn't. You blew through it. You found trend. Trend is good. Push back down. Structure high retest. That's cool. Right here. It's all good. Push back up. Found support. Another push. All right. So now you got to break this level. And break this level. So that's all. no big deal, just smashing levels. So you need to do something like that. All right, and then we'll have to find some new targets, right? We could do. Is not on here. Oh, come on. Okay, we could do an 823 as our next stop. That's up here. Because once we breach our all-time high, right, we're going to need to find. Well, I guess technically, this is our all-time high, but I don't use these. I don't use listing candles. Sorry. Not me. Not doing it. We could look at this pullback. It's a little bit deeper than most, but I'm gonna leave that alone for now. First things first, got to cross this line. Got to flip the green line and make it support. You do that, and we can talk. Until then, it is what it is. All right. But overall, I wouldn't be worried about this. This candle was the Bitcoin candle, so I wouldn't worry about that. You did have some selling so far today, finding support, and you're looking to push back up. Yeah, overall, not bad. All right, cool. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, make cheap boy look like a high cap. What, are you kidding me? Listen. You'll never make this coin look legit. No matter what. Look at these freaking wicks. All right? These wicks are like tens of 20s, 30s, hundreds of dollars. Just nothing. Absolute nothing. This thing is a nightmare. And it's a daily nightmare. And I can't believe we didn't chart it already. So welcome to the show. It's time for G-Byte. Okay, so let's see what Snow did yesterday. If Snow put her sell orders in the box like we told her to, then she would have made a profit. Good Snow. So, means we would have opened here. Even if you bought the open and it dumped, you would have gotten 5%. Okay? You would have gotten 5%. If, however, you were lucky enough to knife catch our lower level over here, which means you would have had to front run it, and then sell it all the way to the top, which would have been crazy, you would have gotten yourself 24%. So Snow's killing it on this freaking coin. And that's awesome. Nothing makes me happier than to hear one of you guys, or all of you guys, just killing it. And this is one of those just strange anomalies where the price action is so bananas that you could almost safely just stay within a particular range and just trade it, right? So the range for now, if we need to dedicate a range, so the conservative range, we'd have to like front run our green zone, and then let's see, I don't want to go too far. Yeah, let's capture them candles down at the bottom. I don't want to like make it too small. We'll do this. Okay, so this is your, I would call this your safety range play. Okay? So essentially, this is how it works. This is how grid trading works, by the way. You set a low target and you set a high target. So this range is 33 to 39. It's not going to make you a millionaire, but the plays are 16% a pop. That's freaking awesome. And the way grid trading works is very simple, right? You always buy on this line and you always sell on this line. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And rinse and repeat. But at 16% a clip, right? It's like, this is a win. This is a win. Okay, here you would have sold. So here you would have bought. Here you would have sold. So that's a win. So here you would have bought. Here you would have sold. That's a win. It kind of hovers up top for a little while. Here you would have bought. Here you would have sold. That's a win. And then a buy. And then a sell. And then depending on how this candle formed, it would be great if this was a buy and a sell the same day. So, like, that's awesome. Within the span of what, like 3 weeks, you probably would have had 4 or 5, 16% plays relatively safely, confined to a $6 zone with like very little actual movement. Not a bad idea, people. Just saying. Not financial advice. All right. Coffee's cold. Old. And disgusting. All right. I don't care if it feeds me. She did. Thanks to you. Oh, that means you front ran. Hell yeah, Snow. That's awesome. What do we got? Dean Spam. Dean Spam, you no need to. Dean, we already did ETH. Where were you? We already talked about ETH. You're making me go back and do things we already did. That's terrible. Rewind the tape. All right, real quick for Dino Spam. Dino Spamon. Dino Spamoni. Dude, Dean. New name. Just Dean. How's that? Like Dean. Or like the Dean. Or like Demon Side. Whatever. I mean, whatever that is, way too complicated. All right, anyway, for Dean. Broke out of range. All right, we were in range for quite a while, starting in mid-May, smashed it up through, came back, never really got the retest, but we did get the retest on the swing fail on the lower time frame. I believe it was on the 1 hour. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, we pushed back up this big red line right here, and this is our larger trend. Bang, bang, right here, all the way down. Now, this was the triple higher low before our all-time low. I'm not going to get into the details of why that trend line is there, but I like it, and I like to use it. So, now we have hit our 1618 target off of this pullback play. We pushed up, took a little while, but we got it. We got our 16. 16 is good. Next stop shop is our 26, which is in confluence with our 236 global retrace from all-time high. It's also confluence with Wallbanger's resistance line, so that's huge. And then historical at 372. So currently what we're looking at is a break, resistance push, support line flip off of our triple higher low before our all-time low drop. And then push back up. We're looking for a play anywhere in between 389 and essentially our 236, which is about 402 ballpark zone. So this is kind of what we're looking at here. We like to get within this box, take our profits, pull back down, find support, flip it properly, and push back up for what? The 382. The 382 is $600.57. But before that, we do need to take profits over at our 3618 at 451 and our 423 at 489. And we might as well do this because we didn't do it the first time. And let's see where the 823 is. Oh, boy. Our 823 is closer to our 5. So 382 is kind of just out there on its own. All right. ETH. USDT. Nice. All right, well, that will wrap it up. That will wrap it up for the night. Yes. Yeah. All right, so anyway, Yeah, that'll wrap it up for tonight. So, I wanted to actually, I did want to talk about, jeez, we didn't even talk about it. Barely talked about it. Snow was yelling at me. Jeez, freaking A, Snow. It's like, look at Decred, do it now. I'm dying over here. I was like, whoa, jeez. Take it easy. Anyway, what I did want to say was this. Okay. When trading an uptrending parabolic type trend, all right, what do we talk about all the time? We talk about not overreacting, right? Not getting all like, the world is ending. Look at the fib levels just for the local parabolic right here, okay? A 236 pullback would be acceptable as a shallow pullback, not a correction, just a quick little pullback, nothing bananas, okay? You're not always going to test structure. You're not always going to test fibs, but like it operates very differently in something that moves up violently very quickly for a handful of days, and then it needs to just take a quick breather. All right, so when this candle happened, it would have been very, very, very easy to freak out. All right, and I get it, like especially now, right? Because all eyes are on the corn and everyone's looking and everyone's watching. And, once you hit 10 and then 11 and then 12 and then 13, you just expect to hit 14 and 15 and 16 and then 20. Like, I mean, it's just, there's more to it than that. Okay. So then when you see this and you're like, oh, it's over. It's over. The run's over. The corn's dead. We thought it was alive. It's dead. Okay, it's fine. All right, so what happened? We came up. This level right here happens to also be, I don't know why I don't see it on the chart, but happens also to be, 618 is in the ballpark. It's over here somewhere, wherever. The 618 is in the zone. I think it's actually beneath us. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So as we approached the 618, right, we knew we were going to have something, right? We were at least looking for something. Not sure what it was going to be, but, some type of hesitation. When we got there, we had rejection, right? We pushed past it a little bit. I blame that on momentum. And then, we started taking out some levels. But look at the pullback. Do you see it? Well, obviously you see it. Do you see the numbers? 382. 382. On the 4-hour chart, right? Support basically on the 20. Now go to the 6 and you're going to like that. Bang. Right? Look at that, dude. Come on, man. Look at that. 20 MA, right? On the 6-hour chart. Perfect. Perfect. Now remember, MAs work differently in parabolas. When something's parabolic, it's going to take a little while, right? Remember, these things are lagging. So it takes a little while for them to get there. It's a perfect spot for either support or re-entry. If you took profits at the 618, you wanted to get back in. It would have seemed impossible when you set the targets, but it's perfect. Okay? So I just wanted to bring that up, just so you know. Now, where did we pull back to? R5. Here's the 618. 13,488. So in the ballpark. All right? So we pulled right back to the 5. It all makes sense. All makes sense. Okay? So that's your 5 right there. It's your 5. It's your structure, 11,469. Look at the weekly chart. Look at that line. Look at that freaking level. Bang, 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 bang. You telling me that's not strong? Not only is it this level, it's your 5. And not only is it your 5, on our current move, this guy right here, it's a 38.2% retracement. It's perfect. Everything about it is perfect. All right, now, you're on the daily chart. It doesn't even look like it happened. Doesn't even look like it, right? But it did. We all saw it. It's right there. Okay. On the daily, right? Very, very close to our EMA. It's our 9, I believe. Don't call me a liar. It could be a 7. 9 is blue. Okay, we're good. 9 EMA. All right. Very close to it. You probably would have been fine if that was your safety zone, target area. All right. But looking at different time frames and the way their moving averages correspond with each other is not a bad thing to get used to. Just saying. Good thing to learn. This right here. All right. Now, are we going to get a bigger correction? We can. All right. We absolutely can. But we like to trade what's in front of us. And what's in front of us right now, I'm going to put 3-day on. What's in front of us right now is a trend, a parabolic trend that, we're looking to capitalize on. So I know I don't love going back in history and being like, well, this is how they did it back then. But I do want to show you something here because I think it's important for everyone to understand just how dramatic something is when it happens as opposed to when it already happened. You're not really paying attention to it. The high on this candle, now granted, this is a week before our all-time high, 19,697. The low, 3 days later, 13,501. Okay. Digest that for a second. All things considered, even though it's a $6,000 drop, it's only 30%. 31.4. Didn't even hit the 382. Somewhere between the 236 and 382 on a pullback. On a freaking pullback. During a parabolic run. So keep that in mind. Like, we have been extremely lucky. Look at the difference here. See all the red? Well, it's kind of hard to see, but whatever. There's a lot of red here, right here, and not over here. Over here, it's just like, show me the money. Money. Every day. Give me another 1,000. Give me another 1,000. Give me another couple hundred. Whatever. Just make it go up and make sure it doesn't go down. This is extremely odd. All right? Like, this hesitation makes sense. Minor hesitation in here makes sense. This whole area right here makes sense. This makes sense. Even this little catastrophe over here, it all makes sense. That's sharp. All right? But it's very easy to get complacent. It's very easy to say, oh, man, I know how to trade this market. I just, keep making money. And then when you get one correction, one tiny little freaking correction down to a 382, it's freak out zone. Relax. It's all right. We're looking for continuation at this moment. If we're going to do a break, right, it wouldn't be a bad time to do it at the 618. So if you're looking for a major pullback, and this ends up being major resistance, right? Then you could do this back to structure. You could do this back to structure, which is also your 382 of the local, right? Or you can come all the way back down to 236 if you want to do that, all the way down here. Okay? This whole zone right here is begging for some action. So I'm telling you, you feed it over here, 6,500, it is going to be happy. It'll eat it up. And what's this green line that I love so much? That's that crazy trend from the higher lows to the all-time low. Okay, something like that would really freak people out. So that would be confluence with, right, old zone that begs to be retested, 236, and a correction. All right. And this is healthy. You know, it doesn't seem like it, but it is actually healthy for trend. You can't just go straight up, right? Because then it'll come down very violently. But, you know, we're not, yes, is it a possibility? Absolutely. Is that what we're focused on right now? No. We're focused on the trend until the trend becomes invalidated. When the trend becomes invalidated, then we'll look for targets to the south side. All right. I just wanted to point out that those quick flash, that was like a 2 to 3 hour drop. Well, I mean, the drop happened in like 5 minutes, but like for, you know, reversal of the drop, right? We haven't fully recovered. We're getting close. But, you know, the major damage is done, right? The alts got hammered. The majors got hammered. Everybody got hammered. It was a huge, you know, fiesta. So all that being said, right, your next stomping ground is that 16.2. That's the area of focus. Now, you did get the 3.6. If we get the 4.2, that's great, but that's not priority. 709 is not a true fib, so I'm not 100% looking for 15, but 15 can at least be psychological. We'll see. But 16.3 is your 786. 16.275 is historical. So basically, 16.3 is the next stop, is what we're looking for. Until something becomes invalidated, then when it becomes invalidated, then we'll talk about, you know, downside possibilities. But for now, up is the plan until we see something that says no dice. And, you know, things are still looking pretty good. Yep. All right, cool. So that'll wrap it up for tonight. Let's see. You should maybe end segments with your favorite play of the week. I'll tell you what, Dean. You change your name to something that I can say quickly and easily, and I will think about maybe doing that. That's interesting. I stream every day, so it would have to be the play of the day. And some days you don't trade. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I like it. I do like the idea, though. Appreciate it. All right. Until then, thank you, everybody, for coming out. I do always appreciate it. I want to see you guys on the exchanges, and happy trading.